Good morning and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Sennheiser Profile Wireless Mics. Let's go! As I said in the intro, we're going to be talking about the Profile Wireless Mics from Sennheiser. These are the competitors to the DJI Mics, the Rode Wireless Goes, that sort of stuff. These are like the Swiss Army knife of a modular design of microphones. We're just going to crack straight on with it and I'll show you what's inside the box. As soon as you open it, we have a carry case and some paperwork. That's literally it. And inside the case, let's move this box out of the way. Inside the case, which is a small case to be fair, I'll show you compared to my phone. My iPhone here, look, not bad at all. Tiny little case. I should have a banana for scale. Let me know in the comments below if you know what I'm on about a banana for scale. Anyway, when we come into this little case, which, let me just point out, have I got the DJI version here? Let's get the case out. You can see here the size difference between the DJI stuff. So it is bigger, but all will become apparent in a minute of why it is the way that it is. So like I said, when you have the case, it comes with 2 Windmuffs for the individual mics and 1 times 3.5 cable. Blue. And then inside, literally the only other thing you've got is the actual case, like I said, which actually doubles up as a 2-channel microphone. This bad boy on here, this Windmuff dead cat, whatever you want to call it, not much of a dead cat, it's more of a Windmuff, sits on top, and you can use this as a dedicated microphone so that you don't have I haven't got my microphone, obviously I'm wearing my DJI mic at the moment. You don't usually have any of these. Let's pretend this battery's a mic. People just doing this and it looks crazy and people think you're doing little TikTok videos. This, I would say, looks a lot more professional. Let's move my laptop out of the way. A lot more professional if you were using it as a microphone like this. So, let's get into the box. When you take the Windmuff off, you have 2 microphones here. Let's see if you can see that there. So, all you do is press on each side and it'll pop up. So when they are pulled out of this main box, they automatically turn on. I'm just going to turn it off for now. And we're going to break down onto each little individual part of it. So we have these tiny little microphones here, which obviously, like I said, you can put the dead cat on here. You can also put a lav mic on here. Now the good thing with this, as professional as Sennheiser are, you can put a screw-on or a lock-on lav mic. Like I have I don't think I've got them with me, some Sony microphones. You can basically screw on the lav mic, so they're never going to come out by accident. You also have a 3.5mm, whatever, not 3.5, a 1/4 inch, whatever it is, standard screw-sized hole there for what do you call it, for mounting on if you wanted to put it onto like a rig or something like that. Also in the case on the side here, where is it? Can I do it? See these 2 squares here? You can pull them out, and they are the magnets, like a DJI one, that clip onto the microphone. What a great addition that is. I love that. So let's put that back on, the magnet. You can also, like DJI ones and Rode mics, is, I don't know if you can see that, you can clip onto your clothes. USB on there to get data out of individual microphones, because you can record internally into these also as a separate microphone. You can record up to 30 hours of internal storage into these microphones, and they are 32-bit float after a recent firmware update, so that's mega. So these transmitters are something else, I would say, compared to the current competition. Now the battery life for these little bad boys will last 7 hours per transmitter, and if they're inside the mic case, they're all clipped in and you're using it like this, you can use it up to 15 hours. So that's pretty good. So if you are if you still need a microphone and you're worried about them running out of power, you can just pop it in the case and you can continue to use it and you're not stuck for the day. They're not waiting for these to charge up, so that's great. So let's move on to different parts of the case then. So I'm going to clip that back in. We're going to move around to the back here. So on here you have another one of these 1/4 inch, whatever it is, mount. I can't remember what it is. Pretty sure it's 1/4 inch, so that you could put a tripod here, and once this is on here you could use that as a podcasting mic on your desk. I'm good to go. That's a great addition. Also on the side here, if I flip open this side here, you have the USB-C that you can see when it's shut anyway, but you have the USB on there. You also have a phone for Lightning and also Android that you can take out, and then also in here you have the little clip here for the receiver. They're all for the receiver, but one's for the camera hot shoe, one's for microphone for iPhone, and one's for Android. So I'll pull out the receiver that comes out of the side. So here's the receiver. Not going to go through all the menus, but I can assure you they are extremely well thought out compared to the competitors. And you have USB-C here, you have headphone jack, and you have your audio out jack as well. On the bottom you have the connector for obviously to make it charge, and then you have the connector to put hot shoe mount on there. Now after the recent updates, I can't actually see it on this, but let's just try it out. Online I saw in the settings it's off by default, but you can put a thing on there called rotate display. I don't know if you'd be able to see it from here, but if I turn it upside down, there's a gyro in here and it rotates the display so that when it's attached to the bottom of your phone, the display stays the right way around, which is a class addition. Now I haven't actually tested it out, but also another feature that's on here is that if I run out of transmission, for example, so on here it states that 240 meters or 245 meters line of sight. If I'm recording and I've run out of transmission, it will automatically kick in on one of these microphones. Let's pull it out. It will automatically kick in and do an auto record if it runs out of transmission, and record internally so that you don't miss out on any of the valuable audio that you're getting, which to me is insane how they've managed to do that. Some of the competitors, you will have to turn it on and turn it off, or if you want to just make sure that you're not going to miss out on anything, you would record internally into the microphone as well as into the camera, and obviously you'll be filling up these rapid with data. So to me that's a great addition. Let me just put all this stuff back. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to test these out compared to the DJI mics, and I'm going to put it in the exact same spot underneath my top, and just let me know if you can tell the difference. I'm not going to modify the sound at all. I've seen loads of stuff like this before, we can see online, but at the end of the day the likelihood is you're going to change the EQ and everything else like that afterwards in post anyway, but we obviously want to record the richest sound in camera rather than trying to modify everything afterwards in post. So we're going to switch over and compare the microphone. This is the Sennheiser mic. I haven't adjusted anything out of the box. Let me know if you can notice any difference between this and the DJI mic. This is the DJI mic. Let me know if you notice anything difference between the DJI mic and the Sennheiser mic. So who is this for? Well, I would suggest that this is probably for people that use run and gun audio, not necessarily like super professional boom mics. I suppose you could obviously use that as on the boom on the bottom, but I would use a dedicated shotgun mic. I think this is a great bit of kit for people that are using alternatives to DJI or Rode or something like that. The quality, the build quality, being German engineering, is really like second to none, to be honest. Really great bit of kit. I can't really fault it, to be honest. Maybe the size for the con. Yeah, that's probably it. It's really easy to use. I would recommend it, and I would remind everybody that this is not a sponsored video. Sennheiser did not send this to me. I do not make any money from this. This is an issued bit of kit from work. Yeah, overall, I think it's a great bit of kit. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've seen one of these, if you'd like to see one of these, what you would use it for, if you've ever used one of these before. And if you'd like one of these, I will link in the description below. You can see its current price, because as we know with technology, as soon as you put out a video about the price of something, it can change dramatically within a few months, or if there's a deal on or something like that. So I'll just link in the description below an affiliate link, and I'll remind you that affiliate links I do get a bit of kickback if any of you purchase from that particular link, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. So what I'll do is put a affiliate link in the description below for this bit of kit. But other than that, this is the final verdict. I think this is a great bit of kit. Comment below if you do too. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all of those cool things. I shall catch you in the next one.